Hey whales, good morning. Happy Saturday. It's March 15th. Let's go over and break down NVIDIA today. I think it's so important to understand what NVIDIA is doing because of how influential it is in today's current environments, as well as how important it is across the S&P 500, right? So we really want to have a pulse check on what it's doing. So yeah, let's break it down and dive deep. For those that don't know me though, I'm a full-time trader. I do these updates every single day. And if you want my actual trades though, guys, come join Discord, right? I give my exact entries, stop losses, targets, everything there. We made 50% on Alibaba last week, 20% on NEO this week. And then we're getting ready to go into Amazon, Apple, and Meta for next week as well. So if you need help in figuring out what trades to get into before anyone else does, come join. I'll see you guys there. All right, so with that said, for NVIDIA, guys, in terms of what I'm seeing, okay, there's two scenarios. The first scenario is that we actually bottomed here. We have an ABC finishing off all of a third wave, fourth wave in red, and now we're going up for that fifth wave, closer to 180 to 200 in the near future. Okay, so the reason why I think this makes sense, right? If you take a look at the intraday timeframes, NVIDIA has made such a big impulse from those lows at 104, guys, okay, from 104. It looks like that it can continue pushing higher a bit, okay, and you can see that this could all be a wave 1, 2, we're still working on a 3, 4, 5, like this, right? So we're still working on some type of impulsive structure before a larger, deeper pullback, right? Something like this in ABC. And if that deeper pullback can hold a higher low, right? If it can hold this low, right? This is a great chance for a dip buy to go higher into the future here, okay? Now, this makes sense because if you take a look at, right, I love to take a look at the VIX, right, guys? So the VIX is the volatility index, right? And I use the VIX to time entries, and I'm here on the 1 hour for the VIX here, okay? So if you take a look at the VIX, right, I'm going to take the swing high down to the swing lows, project that out for the fib extensions from the swing highs as well. And you can take a look. We're getting close to the equal lengths at the $20 mark for the VIX here, okay? When the VIX starts going lower, okay, typically stock prices go higher, okay? So you'll see on NVIDIA, the price of NVIDIA will go higher, right? And then once we reach this equal lengths, we'll get a larger pullback, right, towards the upside here, which means a larger pull down for most of the stocks, right, whether that's NVIDIA, Meta, all across the S&P. So it's going to get a deep pullback, and then once we can sort of hold this pullback, now we can push out and go deeper. So this will cause NVIDIA to have a deeper pullback and then push out for all-time highs here, okay? So that's what I'm looking at, guys. I'm looking at the VIX as the main timetable, as the main timing mechanism to see where the stocks are going to land, all right? So how should you play this if you're looking at an entry on NVIDIA? Well, there's two things. The first thing is that you can wait to get 5 waves in, right? And then come down for that ABC, okay, and start, laddering in your buys at the A wave, at the C wave, wherever those main supports are, okay, for a chance to get in as a long-term investor or trader, whatever the case may be, to get in. And then you would ultimately have a stop loss underneath these lows, right, at 104 or underneath, okay? So that's sort of your setup that you're looking at. Another thing you want to also keep in mind is that the second scenario is that we could also have a double correction as well in the looming future. Right, so if the NVIDIA comes up and doesn't break some of these highs, right, we get tested again on this trend line, we could come down one more time, guys, for all of a wave forward. This is always a possibility, hence why you always want to have a stop loss, and hence that stop loss at 104 makes complete sense, okay? So NVIDIA could come down to 91, down to 76. This is also a possibility, right? Also a possibility for a double correction. You can see that we've constantly made lower highs as well, right, from this trend line. So if this is the case, then you want to make sure that if you're going to long NVIDIA, you have a stop loss at 104, keep raising it, keep trailing the price, right, to at least get a risk-free trade on your entry. So you want to raise your stop loss to your entry price. So now you're safe. Whether or not NVIDIA goes up or down, you won't lose any money, right? So you want to raise that stop loss. So raise the stop loss, right, if it keeps pumping out on this leg, okay? Because then if it does put in a double correction, right, we go 1, 2, 3, then 5 waves down, okay, you're safe, okay, because you raised that stop loss. All right, so that's sort of how I would play it as a trader. Now, if you're a long-term investor, I mean, anything around these levels down to, again, 76, 91, this would be beautiful buy areas in the future, okay? So we'll see. We'll see how the VIX turns out. We'll see what NVIDIA can do, if it can keep pushing forward, if this trend line is going to be a problem. In my opinion, it could be, right? So if we're trying to bottom here, on the 4th, right, what we could look at is this trend line hit, deep retracement, same thing on the VIX. If it can hold this level at like 112-ish, right, now we can push out and start consolidating here, okay, and then move forward like this. This is exactly what I want to see if this is the bottom for NVIDIA, okay? So I'll keep you guys updated every single day, guys. Don't worry, right? A lot of complicated movements here, and you'll keep learning. You'll keep learning. You'll keep getting better as a trader every single day. Keep practicing. Keep training your eyes. Until then, I'll see you guys in Discord. I'll see you guys getting ready for next week. Bye.